Welcome back to another episode of Mind Something. If you're new here, my name is Jake, and in today's video, we're going to do something a little unordinary. You know, this is strictly a mining channel, mainly around GPU mining. We cover ASICs and CPU mining a little bit, but one thing we never really get into is trading, and for good reason. And that is because I'm not a trader. I pretty much just hold. And I do pay attention to trading analysis quite a bit though, and I'm seeing something interesting playing out right now that I just wanted to talk about in case it does come to fruition. So again, just to reiterate, this is not investment advice. I'm not a trader, but just wanted to cover what I'm seeing and see if it actually happens. So the last week or so, we've been seeing some really big pumps across Radiant, Kaspa, Nexa, and Dynex. None of the other GPU mineable coins have really put in significant gains like we've seen out of these four lately. Everything's moved a little bit with this pump, but I'm seeing something specifically from Radiant that is very interesting. So, if you've ever heard the expression cup and handle pattern, I think that's what we're looking at right here. So if you're not familiar with what a cup and handle pattern is, let me play this little video so that you can understand what I mean.
A cup and handle pattern on a bar chart shows a trend in upward performance that trades down and pauses before resuming its upward direction. It starts when a stock's value peaks. The stock incurs selling pressure and descends about a third of its initial high point. The stock then trades near flat levels for a time, forming the U-shaped bottom of a cup. A V-shaped bottom indicates the stock reached a low point, then quickly recovered. The stock eventually ascends smoothly to a point that nearly matches its previous high, then continues to form the handle. Handles usually last less than a month. They can be in a straight line or descend up to a third of the gain of the cup's right side. A move up usually means the stock's upward trend will resume. Trading volume dries up on the decline, remains low in the base of the cup, and increases as the stock ascends. Strong volume is a clear sign that the upward trend will continue. A cup and handle pattern may take anywhere from 7 to 65 weeks to develop, but the form is always the same. The pattern has historically preceded large gains in many stocks.
So obviously we're not talking about stocks, but sometimes these things play out very similarly. And when it comes to time frames, you know, they're talking about months. Crypto moves a lot faster than that, and we could potentially be seeing that play out right now with Radiant and perhaps maybe some of the other ones. So something you want to pay attention to. And just to kind of give you an example of a cup and handle pattern, this happened in the beginning of the chart for Kaspa on TradingView. Now obviously Kaspa's been around a lot longer than September, but you know, just looking at this chart, we put in a nice cup and handle pattern here, and then it's off to the races. And if you look closely, you can see a few of these kind of play out since, I don't know, going back to September, maybe even October. If this chart would go back further, we'd probably see a lot more. But, you know, if we take a look at Radiant again, what are you seeing right there? It does look like a cup and handle to me. This point right here is about the same as what we reached. We've pulled back, and now we're heading back in the other direction, and we're kind of at a pivotal moment right now. If we can break through this level, then perhaps we're going to hit somewhere around 0.005, maybe 0.0046. You know, I don't know exactly where it would land, but I would expect to see a new all-time high for Radiant, which would be awesome. Actually, I'm not sure if it'd be an all-time high. Let's go back all the way. Yeah, at least on CoinMarketCap, it would be an all-time high. I think we put in some higher highs than that in the past before the chart began on CoinMarketCap. But yeah, definitely something that you want to pay attention to. And if we look at Nexa and Dynex, we may be seeing a similar pattern emerging right now. Let's take a look at Dynex here. So a little bit more pronounced of the cup formation there on Dynex, but I'm curious what you guys think about this. Like I said, this is not a trading channel. I don't typically do trading analysis, but I'm curious what you think about covering that type of content. Is it something that you want to see? Is it not something that you want to see on this channel? And where do you think we go from here? And another question that I would add to that is, why Radiant? You know, if we take a look at announcements in Discord for Radiant, it's ironic I said the words why Radiant, and that's exactly what pops up here. But, you know, as far as the technology behind Radiant, I wouldn't consider it as revolutionary as something like Kaspa. I will say this, though. Radiant is probably my favorite community. There's just no drama there. It's I don't see a bunch of people lying. I don't see the devs, you know, trying to mislead people. I don't see a bunch of bullshit, honestly, that we see with a lot of other projects, and that says a lot. I do think the tech behind Radiant is solid, and I do think that it has an extremely bright future. But again, going back to the charts here, I think Kaspa was the one who started to lead the rally. And this started back in roughly around March 10th is when we started to head up in the right direction. And if we take a look at the chart on Radiant, we really didn't see a significant move until roughly about April 1st. And Radiant went up approximately 400 to 450% in a very short amount of time, compared to Kaspa going up around 200%. I think Dynex and Nexa also went up a little over 200%, but none of them have seen a 400% gain like we did out of Radiant. And here we are, going back to Radiant's chart again. Looks like it'll be the first one to put in the cup and handle formation. So the big question is why, and hopefully we do see a significant rally out of this. But I don't know. I would like to hear from you guys. Why do you think that Radiant is putting in the cup and handle before these other coins are? And why do you think that it went up 400%, doubling the percentage of Kaspa, Dynex, and Nexa? Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Do me a favor before you go. Make sure you hit that like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And please, leave your comments down below. Let me know, is this the kind of stuff that you want to see on the channel, or do we strictly want to stick to the traditional mining news and all things mining? With that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.